I haven't made a new one of these for a little while. Tell you the truth, I've sort of lost energy a little bit. I think the endless silence of the void of social media has finally beaten me. But then a good friend of mine just had a baby and he said, I really appreciate your videos and it would be cool if you did one about having a kid. And I thought, okay, fair enough. Like the whole reason why I started making these things was to try and help people, and here's someone who thinks there might be something I could say that could help. But what can you say about having kids? It's an amazing thing, obviously. You get to see the whole world all over again through their eyes. But what practical advice can you really give somebody that's going to mean something as they move into what is the biggest responsibility of their lives? Well, I think there's 3 useful things that I could probably say, having now got 2 kids to the ages of 12 and 14, and I'm happy to say they're reasonably well adjusted. I think thing number 1 is don't talk to them like kids. And this isn't like don't let them be kids. Let them be kids as long as they need to be. But you don't have to talk to them like kids. And the sooner you start talking to them like a grown-up, the sooner they'll start talking like a grown-up and the better their vocabulary will be. And for me, along with making sure that you're reading to your kids all the time, I think talking to them in a rich and mature way is hugely beneficial in their development. Thing number 2, you're working to make yourself redundant. Kids are going to be naturally very reliant on you when they first come out and gradually less reliant as they grow up. But actually that's the whole point. Just like being a good manager, the whole point of parenthood is to make yourself redundant. And I don't mean that the kids can't turn to you at times of need. That should always be the case. But the best thing my parents ever did for me was prepare me for a life without them. And sadly, that has now happened, and I can't thank them enough for the resilience that they've plumbed into me through creating that independence, through making themselves effectively redundant. It's a massive thing, which I think, as life goes on, you'll realise is more and more valuable. And last but not least, it's not really about kids, but if you have a significant other, if you have a partner and you're having kids, please, please, please pay attention to all of those cliches about ensuring that date night remains a thing and making sure you continue to invest in quality time. Before you have kids, quality time is really naturally shared between 2 people. After you have kids, quality time is a gift that you bestow on one another. And what that means is more and more you spend that quality time away from each other. The identity that you've formed as a couple will be different, and it will be significantly different, and it will be different to the point where it absolutely challenges the bond between you. So please don't treat remember date night or invest in quality time together as an optional extra, because this will bite you. Your relationship will never be the same after you have kids, and whether or not you make it through as a couple is really going to depend on how much you fight tooth and nail to maintain the quality aspects of your relationship. I hope that helps.